Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 11th, and today was a rather, I guess eventfully active physically day for me. Got up this morning, decided to go out and plant a few more plants and kind of do a little yard work in that. Ended up doing a lot of digging, moving around a bunch of heavy concrete, chunks, some stones, different like that, making a couple new plant beds and whatnot. Also did a lot of digging around where I planted some stuff before and kind of doing a little landscaping around it, and I was going to put some more plants in. So I went ahead and dug up all the sod and that around it, but unfortunately it's left over like or an overgrown, the dirt and stuff and the grass was grown into a driveway, so it's super hard digging. Tons of rock, just it was absolutely miserable. Was not fun by any means. Even where I planted the planting bed, it was kind of a leftover driveway area also, where there was a driveway on the north side of the property, driveway south side, and there was like a parking space out front, and there was the driveway is kind of spread out. It was never edged, it was always just rock, and they kept spreading out. They would dump more rock on it, and it would spread out, and so on and so forth. So it's definitely just a pain in the ass digging the whole thing. And then I was over digging through my pile of fill dirt that I got a bunch of like chunks of concrete, chunks of brick from foundation that was brought over to fill my ditch. I thought I might as well use some of that as like a little retaining bed, like a little retaining wall, I guess, kind of like a plant bed. Put that around one of the trees I put out front, so there's a lot of digging that stuff out, hauling that up into the wheelbarrow, pushing it over, restacking it 2 or 3 different times to make it kind of the somewhat close pile of what I want it to look like. I might go back in and tear off the top layer and then kind of pack in a little bit of quickset mortar around the next layer down, and mortar on the top layer. Make it a little bit more steady, a little more stable. I don't have kids playing around here, so it's not something I got to worry about. That right there is not my real big concern, but it might be. Who knows? I don't know. I'll look at it, give it a month or so, and see how it settles in, see how it's looking, and then go from there. I did get a couple more plants planted. Not as many as I'd like to have got, but like I said, the digging in that rock soil was just absolutely miserable. I might kind of cheat and bring in the tractor from the farm with the post hole digger and kind of dig a few holes in that, see if I can't maybe basically I guess plant my plants and stuff, and some of the holes dug with the post hole digger, because it seems like a lot of my yard out front there anyway is all a bunch of fill, just a bunch of junk. There's old seashells in it and stuff. There was a button factory here from years ago, and that was a lot of backfill, a lot of rock, a lot of debris. Just it's not nice soft soil like out in the field you can just dig through, clay and that stuff. It's just miserable digging constantly, and I'm not a fan of the handheld post hole diggers with the gas motors. They're a good way to get your leg broke and whatever. Thought about maybe even just using like a post hole, the scissor type, and try and see if that works, but the rock is just so damn dense and so hard there. I keep thinking it'd be worth the time to just go ahead and drag down the trailer, put the tractor up on it, bring it to town, and drill out 15 or 20 holes in different places I want to do. I want to drill a couple holes on the edge of my driveway over there, where I'm trying to, on the south side driveway, I'm trying to widen it out to make it a 2-car spot, to kind of make it, it's washing away, it's kind of eroding away on me. And instead of adding more dirt and kind of watch it keep washing down and keep adding more rock to the drive, it keeps washing away. I'm going to go ahead and build like a little retaining wall down there. I'm going to drop in a few post holes and drop in some 4x4s. I've got some treated 6x6s. I might use some of those also, and kind of build my own little retaining wall there to keep backfilling it. So that was the fun part of the day. Did that for probably, I don't know, 5 hours, 4.5 hours, like that maybe, out there. It was just kind of miserable, but not horrible. It just sucked. I'm not used to using a lot of those muscles. End up building a couple blisters on my hands, which kind of sucked, but just kind of a lot of lower back pain in that from it, a lot of shoulder pain, just not used to doing that type of work. Not that big a deal, but it did kind of suck a little. After that, I decided to go for my run. I had to do a 6 miles for training today. It was supposed to be, I don't know exactly what pace it was supposed to be even at. Actually, I have the paper right here. Training was calling for a 13:13 pace. Can't run that slow. I really can't. I think my average pace worked out to be like 11:54, 11:34, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I went and ran the timber. I ran some mountain bike trails. It was kind of interesting. There's some big ass hills there, and they really kicked my butt. They were really not nice to me at all. And there's been a really bad erosion on one of the main trails there that I didn't know about from last time I was there. And they tried to like stop it from eroding so much by putting a bunch of rock in there, which is fine, except you can't get a good grip on your feet. So you're kind of running like this side of the path and that side of the path, and the rock is just really kind of hard on my ankles. Wasn't liking that so much. So instead of running the rest of the mountain bike trails, I cut out and ran around the reservoir. So it was a grass slash field path. A lot of erosion, a lot of washout areas and stuff, and the grass wasn't mowed very short, so you don't really know you're stepping. So my ankles, my calves really took a lot of a beating today from that. But I got my run in, hit the gym, spent an hour in the elliptical machine. I could have rode the bike outside, but I felt I'd already been outside in the sun basically for about 6.5 hours today. Didn't really feel like being out there any longer. I went out and did some. I got back from the gym. I went ahead and did some more trimming up of some plants, some rose bushes, some trees, that kind of stuff. My neighbor got a couple starts from me, and then we got talking, and he's heading down to a flea market in Missouri tomorrow, and I think I might get up and head down with him also. We're going to leave here about 7:30 in the morning. Haven't fully determined that. Depends on what time I get to sleep. If I get to sleep somewhat decent hour, and I can get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I'll be good, but if I'm still up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to say to hell with it, sleep in. I told him not to count on me 100%, but I would call him at 7 a.m. if I was going to go, to kind of give him a heads up. So that's all I've got for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.